Hello, my name is Crazy Owl, and today we're going to be starting a new survival series. And for those of you who saw me start a survival series a week or two ago, unfortunately, that world had a weird glitch that sort of made the world itself break, so we have to start a new one. And I already have all the settings done. Difficulty is the same, everything's the same. I did turn on show coordinates, but that's not really a big change. Let's just go ahead and create it. Okay, so this is what we've got to start with, and it's right by a forest, and there's a bit of a plains biome. There's a swamp over there, which isn't terrible. I mean, swamps aren't the best for building, but they do have some pretty interesting, like, slime can spawn there, and that's the only place above underground that slimes can spawn. Also, I forgot to mention before, I did put on some shaders because, I don't know, I just think they look cool and they make the world look a little more realistic. And as you can tell, at least if you saw the other video, this world isn't quite as nice looking, at least world generation wise, and that makes a lot of sense because it definitely isn't with the experimental features on. So I'm going to grab some wood and then we'll go from there. Alright, so we got 19 logs, which I think is pretty good for this early in the game, and lucky for us, there's a bunch of stone right here, and I can just use that to get some stone and get pickaxes and stuff. And I see that there's no coal, at least not from what I can tell, but that's alright. We can find some coal by digging down later or in other places, basically. I also want to try my best to get some sheep as soon as possible because if we can make a bed on the first day, we won't have to make a shelter. And even though there is nothing wrong with making a shelter, it's still kind of nice to have one. And it does take a while to make. We could probably find some coal in here as well, but that's kind of scary, and I don't have any torches, so I don't really want to go in there. There's a lot of surface caves, which is nice, because those will be good for getting coal and iron early game without having to do too much mining and stuff like that. So I'm trying to go up there, but I don't really know why, because there's plenty of stone right here. So I'm going to craft some sticks, and then just a pickaxe. I don't like to craft anything other than a pickaxe this early in the game, because once you have stone, you can just craft a bunch of stuff out of that. There's no point in making anything other than a pickaxe out of wood. Iron takes a little bit longer to get, so you might not get iron with your first stone pickaxe. You might need an axe before you can get iron. But wood and stone are so easy to get that you probably won't need it. So those are the tools I'm going to get. I'm going to pick up my crafting table and let's see if we can find any sheep. And that should get us enough wool, though one of them is dark gray, so I will have to use some flowers to dye them. And I can just make some light gray dye the wool. And then we can make a bed. So we won't even need to make a shelter. I'll just spam click the bed once it starts to become night, and then eventually I'll fall asleep. And I do see some coal over there, so let's grab that, because of course we will make a shelter eventually, but having a bed just makes it so much easier. We won't have to wait through any nights. We can just pretty much roam free. And now I'm probably going to head back over this way. I'm not sure where I want to settle, but I think I want to stay relatively close to world spawn so that I can get a compass and then explore and come back to world spawn if I need to. But this isn't the prettiest area, so I think I'll find my way over by this mountain. And it's probably close enough to world spawn that if I come to this area, I'll be able to see the mountain and then go towards the mountain, even if it's a little bit further away. And I don't have much stuff right now. I think I also want to craft a campfire and use the campfire to cook some of the food that I got. I only have 4 mutton, but that'll help me a little bit. I'm gonna try to get any like cows and stuff that I see too, because those are good food. I know I should probably try to save them for breeding, but right now I don't have anything to breed them with. I will try to gather some grass and stuff though too. Alright, I think I found the spot I'd like to set up camp, and I'm going to get to bed as quickly as possible before any mobs can spawn. Then we'll wake right up in the morning and we can start a little place to stay for now. And I have pretty much everything I need, and I should probably put something on top of here. That's not what I meant to make. Now I have a trap door, or whatever that is, but I'm going to throw a slab on here, and then I have a way to avoid stepping on it. And I'm going to throw my beef on the fire so that I can eat and I don't starve to death, because that would not be good. I don't even know if you can starve to death on normal. Oh, and there's a huge ravine here. I might have mentioned that, I might not have mentioned it, but the cool thing about this ravine specifically is that no mobs can spawn in it because it's so, like, open to the surface. I'm gonna wait till later to get all the copper that's down there because that's really not my priority right now. I have 10 iron, which is really great, and I don't need much more than that now because I'd at least like to get a pickaxe and stuff, and I can't even sprint anymore. So I really need to get my food. The first steak of the series. And I'm going to craft a furnace. The first furnace of the series. Right now it's pretty much the first everything, because what else would it be? And I'm going to craft another pickaxe and go back down into the ravine. Coming back from a really successful mining / caving / I guess technically ravining session, we've managed to get ourselves 29 more iron, which plus the 10 is 39, and also 31 copper, which is nice. There is some more coal and stuff in the mine, but I found a witch in there, and I'm really scared of witches in Minecraft. Mostly because in another world that I had, there was a bit of a situation with a witch, my full diamond gear, a nether portal, and many, many, many zombie piglin. Which ended pretty badly, and I really don't want a redo of that, even though, technically speaking, I do not have full diamond gear, and also figuratively speaking, I do not have full diamond gear. I barely have any gear, but I still don't want to die, which is why I'm not going to go anywhere near that witch. Those dripstone things almost killed the witch, and I'm kind of glad they exist now. I mean, I didn't care that much about them before, but the dripstoney things are helpful, because these mobs aren't the smartest. They keep jumping up and down on them trying to get, I don't know, where are they trying to get? You tell me. But they keep jumping up and down on them trying to get somewhere, and then end up just killing themselves. And now we're going to craft our first iron pickaxe of the world. And iron pickaxes are really awesome because they mine things that other pickaxes can't. And that's it. That's all they do. And they're also faster, but who really cares? Also, these shaders make this world look awesome. They're a little bit laggy sometimes, but I personally really like them anyway. And I don't know. They just look pretty cool. Even though I could definitely wait, I think I kind of want to start my starter house this episode. But the unfortunate thing is I don't have any saplings, which means I'll have to go back over here by the trees, which I did not take into account, unfortunately. But it's not that terrible. I mean, it's just saplings. It's not like I have to travel halfway across the world. It's not like terracotta, which is a relatively rare block, even though it's great for building, and alright, we got 61 logs, which I think should probably be enough for a very small starter base. I don't want to build anything fancy. I don't even want to build anything that good looking. I just want almost almost a villager house type thing. Maybe even just a 3x3 or a 3x5 on the inside, enough room to put a bed and some furnaces and stuff. Just enough room to live in. And I think it will be. And I've still got more stuff to smelt, of course. I got some more pork chops while I was cutting wood. I saw a pig or two. And, well, I need food, so I had to get rid of it, sort of. And I'm going to build an iron axe, or craft one, for while I work on this, and a sword and a shovel, just so I can sort of have all the iron tools. And I might as well just craft some armor if I have all the supplies. I'm going to craft a chest plate, boots, and leggings, and a hat, because why not? So I have 6 left, I think. So I have 6 left, which is enough to craft 2 extra tools if I need to. Like, if I run out of durability on my pickaxe, which will happen eventually, I do have enough to craft more. And I think I'm not going to do anything crazy, obviously, as I said. I just want to build 3x5, 3 blocks tall, maybe 4, I don't know. The rest, mostly, will become planks, but I do want to use these first. I don't know if I'll have enough stuff to make the roof yet. I think I want to outline it with cobblestone stairs and fill it in with either spruce stairs or oak stairs, preferably spruce, and there is a spruce forest thing in the, on the top of the mountain, kind of, and I will go over there eventually, but not yet. And, of course, I'm 1 log short to finish. The timing of this series so far has been completely different from most of the ones I make. Usually I have, like, built a little house and stuff before I barely have any gear, and I've got full iron already, and I don't even have a single wall up. I don't even have a hole in the side of a cliff. The luck so far has been crazy, which is a good thing. And now everything's done smelting so far, which is good. I do think I still have to grab the rest of the copper out of here. And this isn't all going to fit into my inventory for much longer. And I like to craft a barrel instead, because it uses less wood than a chest does. I'm going to put the barrels up here, and then I'm going to put my bed down here. And just because I care more about aesthetics than I do actually surviving and stuff, I'm going to craft a lantern. Because why not? And also, the reason I wouldn't is because it's a waste of supplies, but who cares? And then I'll just put my little bed right here. And I'll maybe have a little crafting area here and whatever on the other wall. And I think I need to go gather some spruce wood. So I'll go grab some spruce wood, come back, hopefully with a couple saplings as well. I'm going to plant the oak saplings over here. And then when these grow, I can gather more wood from those. And unfortunately, I won't be able to carry the campfire in here, which I still want to use for cooking food because it's a lot more efficient than using a furnace. But I'll just have to craft a new one. So I'm going to grab some spruce wood and then we'll finish our house. So I went over to the taiga and managed to get 40 spruce and 4 spruce saplings, which I think is pretty good personally. I'm going to plant the saplings just around the house. It'll look nice once they're grown as well. And I don't think I need any of the logs unstripped, so I'm just going to craft them all into planks. And then the floor on the inside of the building house thing, I want to be cobblestone. And now it's a nice little house, just it's roofless. So I will now craft this into stairs. Probably all of it. I won't need all of it, but I'll just have an excess of cobblestone stairs. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Alright, so I finished up the interior and exterior of the house. For the roof, or the ceiling, because it's inside, I have put the stairs in a little pattern so that there's a border on every edge. I have... This part still is normal. I think most of it's the same. I made a little, like, chute thing for the smoke to go up. I should probably put a chimney on the roof to make it a little more realistic. And then down here, I have just a little spot where I'm going to start my mine, which I'll work on off camera. I will not do that thing that all the crazy YouTubers do where they say they're going to mine off camera and then they end up like with 15,000 stacks of diamonds when they come back and then they just say, I did a bit of mining off camera. That won't happen because I'm not a pro. But the outside is probably just the same. I did fill in the areas and I put a little window above the door just to make it a little bit more less boring and blank. And other than that, I really hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Let me know what you'd like to see next.